Thanks, Jane. You're watching South East Today. Our top story tonight. The families of 9 babies who died as a result of failures in maternity care in Sussex call for a public inquiry.
We actually lose sleep at night as well, knowing how many people this could be happening to. Is it happening now? It's frightening.
Welcome to the programme. I'm Natalie Graham. First tonight, the families of 9 babies who died as a result of failures in maternity care are calling for a public inquiry to ensure those responsible are held to account. 4 of the 9 bereaved mothers came close to death themselves because of poor care from the University Hospital's Sussex NHS Foundation Trust. As our health correspondent Mark Norman reports, NHS managers say they've recruited more midwives in Brighton, Worthing and Haywards Heath and now have better outcomes than most other trusts in the country.
For every single one of us not being listened to.
3 mothers who lost babies at the University Hospital Sussex Trust. Katie's daughter Abigail died at 2 days old. A coroner concluded her life would have been significantly prolonged if it wasn't for errors in her care. Robin's son Orlando died at the trust. Orlando's death was contributed to by neglect, according to their coroner. And maternity staff missed 6 opportunities to intervene before Chloe's daughter Esme was stillborn at 38 weeks. All 3 are calling for a public inquiry into maternity services at the Sussex Trust.
We need a public inquiry because the responses that we've had from the Trust to all of our individual cases have been, they've kind of deflected from the issues, they haven't taken any accountability, we've struggled to get apologies, struggled to get answers.
I don't believe it's anything to do with, understaffing or the NHS struggling. I think within this trust, something is just not working right. And for me personally, a great deal of it was with the attitude that I received from midwives and doctors. And I know that that's also the same with other families.
Out of 9 of us, 4 mothers almost passed away that night or that day that they went into labour too, which is shocking really. So we do feel that there are several more cases similar to ours out there. So we would be really grateful if anyone could reach out to us with their experience within any of the hospitals within the trust, so that we can find out what their experience was like and if this is something systemic like we do suspect it is.
The Trust has told us it has recruited more midwives and changed how it listens to and supports families. It says its outcomes for mothers and babies are now better than most other trusts in the country, but also says we know we must continue to listen and improve.
Thankfully, these instances are quite rare still, so more often than not, if you go into maternity services now, you will receive good care and you will have a good outcome. But obviously for those families who have had unthinkable tragedies happening to them, this isn't good enough. And for us, Baby Lifeline, we're working with government, we're working nationally, we're working on training, and we are helping to solve the problem. But sadly, it is too slow, the rate of improvement in maternity services.
Thousands of babies are born successfully at this trust, but its maternity department has also been subject to a number of serious incident investigations in recent years. And now a group of families are determined to get an independent view on whether or not there are more serious systemic issues across the trust that need investigating.
Well, let's talk to Mark, who's at the Royal Sussex County Hospital in Brighton for us now. And Mark, the families have called, as we've just heard, for a public inquiry, but what happens next?
Well, Natalie, I suppose this begins and ends with the families. You heard in my piece there them call for more families to come forward. That will help their case. They'll need to get on board local MPs, and they went to those local MPs. But since then, of course, we've had the election, so all bets are off. They're going to have to go back to the newly elected MPs and get them on board. Those MPs will then talk to the hospital trust, I imagine, in the first instance. If they want to take it further, they'll talk to the Department of Health and any newly appointed government ministers. We've seen it before, of course, in East Kent with the Kirkup inquiry. There's one ongoing in Nottingham. There were even calls for a national inquiry into maternity services. People are so concerned about the state of affairs in our hospitals. But as I say, until after the election, all bets are off, Natalie.
Mark, thank you.